Hello friends, welcome to the tutorial number 9 of my Christmas series. Today I'm gonna be creating a set of 3 gift boxes and I'll be using the products from my brand new collection by Paper Discovery that is called Moroccan Nights. Now let me show you the products really quick, there are not many, and then we'll jump right onto the project creation. So let's get started. Well, here are the products. Let me start from the largest one as always, and this one is called Moroccan Mini Lamp Die Set. This one is to create a lantern or a gift box, and this is the one that I will be using today, so I will actually tell you much more about it later on. Next die is called Quarter Foil Die Set. This is actually a 5x7 beautiful lattice pattern, and it has a matching cutting outline as well. And the last die set is called the Moroccan Arch. It has the beautiful lacy doors that can be opened if you want them to. This set of matching stamp background is called the Moroccan background, and those stamps are actually coordinating so you can layer them to create a 2-color pattern. There is one more stamp set that is included in the collection, and this one is called Sentiments and Icons. Here are a bunch of sentiments. They are suitable for different occasions, and there are all kinds of those Moroccan themed images. Now this next one is big. It's a cut and emboss folder that cuts out 6 different patterned tiles because there are actual dies incorporated in the folder. I will be using this one for today's project, so you will see that in action. Then there is also a patterned paper pad. This one is A5 size and it has a bunch of different Moroccan themed patterns. There are also 2 stencils included in the collection, but those seem to be still on their way to me, but you can definitely check them out. I will leave a link down below in the description. So this is the Moroccan lamp die set that I was talking about. It includes 1 large die, which is the box template. Then it also has 3 different pattern square panels to decorate the sides of the box, plus 1 plain square die. And it also has 1 small name tag. The largest die is in fact pretty large, so you will need a large die cutting machine to use it. Although it might seem like an ordinary box template, it is specifically designed to be the easiest box to put together ever. I'll show you how it works exactly in a moment. So to begin with, let's die cut a box shape. All I have to do is to place that die over a sheet of cardstock, and the die itself measures about 6.5 by 10.5 inches. And then I have to run it through the die cutting machine just once, and this is going to create my entire template. The score lines are also created by the die, and basically this template is ready to be assembled. But before I do it, I would like to show you different ways of decorating it. The first way to decorate it is by using the insert dies that are included in the set. So here I have chosen one of the square panels from the set. I've placed it onto one side of the box, ran it through the machine, and now I'm popping out the small negative die cuts. The die creates a beautiful negative pattern, and if you assemble the template right now, you're gonna get a beautiful little Moroccan style lantern. But since I want to make it into a Christmas gift box and I don't want to show what's inside the box really, so I have used the square die from the set, and I've die cut 4 squares out of gray cardstock, and now I'm going to stick them down at the wrong side of the box using some liquid glue. As always, the tools and supplies that I'm using are listed down below in the description box, as well as on my blog. this is how I'm going to decorate the first box. The next way to decorate this template is by using the tile embossing folder from this collection. So here I have another template die cut out of light gray cardstock. The cut and emboss folder that I'm going to use measures about 5.5 by 8 inches, so it's pretty large, and it's going to die cut and emboss the piece of cardstock that I'm placing inside. So all you have to do is just place it there and run it through your die cutting machine. So what the folder did, it has die cut and embossed 6 square panels or tiles with the different Moroccan patterns. The size of each square is 2.5 by 2.5 inches, and the same is about the box. Each side is 2.5 by 2.5. Those tiles would look magnificent if you use any kind of shiny cardstock. The pattern, the embossed pattern, is really going to stand out. But since this time I simply used a plain white cardstock, I'm going to enhance this pattern by applying just a little bit of ink over it. And I'm using the Hickory Smoke Distress ink. I'm simply going to swipe the sponge dauber over the surface of the tile really lightly without applying much pressure, and here I have the raised areas tinted this way. Then I'm going to use the tape adhesive to stick down each of the 4 tiles onto each of the 4 sides of the box. You can totally use the liquid adhesive if you wanted to. So this is how you decorate the box using the cut and emboss folder. There is also the third way that I would like to show you as for how to decorate this box, and this one is by using the stamps included in the collection. So I'm going to pick up the 4 stamps from the Sentiments and Icons stamp set from Moroccan Nights collection. Here I have placed my template into the stamping tool. And by the way, those little tiles are exactly the same pattern as the embossing folder. They are just much smaller. So I'm going to place all the 4 tiles onto one side of the box, and then I'm going to stamp this image with the gray ink. Using the stamping tool is pretty convenient, especially when you are stamping all 4 tiles at the same time. You might want to do that twice. If you don't have a stamping tool, I would suggest to stamp the tiles one by one. This way you will get a much better impression from the first time. Then I'm just going to repeat exactly the same process on each 4 sides of the box. And here we have the third template ready. So that was a quick guide on how you can decorate the boxes, and now let's move on to the most exciting part, which is the assembling of the box. You'll be amazed at how easy it is. I'm going to start by applying some strong double-sided tape onto the side tab only. This is all the adhesive you are going to need to assemble this box. The bottom and the top of the box are completely adhesive free, and they are really quick and convenient to assemble. The next step of the assembly process is to score all the creased lines that are created by the die, and I'll do that to all 3 boxes. Then I'm going to peel off the protective layer from the adhesive at the tab, and I'm going to stick it down just like that. Let me show you how to assemble the bottom. You first fold down that tab with the 2 teeth at the sides, then you fold down the 2 side ones, and then you use the last one and tuck this tongue into the slit, and the bottom is done. It just takes a few seconds to assemble, and it's quite firm. Now let's do the top of the box. You can notice there are some slits created by the die, and all you have to do is just put each two tabs together and then feed some ribbon or twine through the slits and then tie a knot. Alternatively, if you don't want to use a ribbon, you can simply apply some adhesive and stick down the tabs together. Notice that you also have an option to fold those tabs outwards or inwards. Both will work. So now I just have to tie a bow, trim off the ends of the ribbon, and then I'm going to repeat this process on the two remaining boxes. Now let me show you how to assemble the bottom one more time. I'm so fascinated by that. So this tab comes first, then the two side ones, and then the remaining one closes up the bottom. As a very finishing touch, I'm going to attach some embellishments onto the boxes. So I'm going to use some plastic gems on that embossed box. Then I'm going to use half pearls on the die cut box. And as for the stamped one, I'm going to attach nothing at all. And this is what the finished boxes look like. If you're mass producing, you can of course just use the patterned paper and die cut the template only, and this will make a super quick and easy advent calendar, for instance. As I mentioned, the size of each box is 2.5 by 2.5 inches, plus a little bit more additional space is added by the roof of the box. And of course, since those boxes have a bow or a string at the very top, they can be used as Christmas tree decorations. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Do check out my new collection. The link is of course down below. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you again soon.